As American cities are rocked by riots, Donald Trump is hoping that voters are going to trust him to keep them safe. Joe Biden, on the other hand, is saying that everything happening right now is Trump's fault. Joining me to talk about this, honestly, is one of the best progressive commentators in the business, Farron Cousins. Farron, what is your take? I value your take tremendously, as you know. What do you think?
God, it's been quite an interesting couple of days, to be honest. What is so disappointing about what's happening right now in these cities is that the actual message, the actual movement, has been commandeered by these rioters. These are people out there in the streets right now. They don't have an actual grievance. These are people who came out to cause problems, right and left. This is not Black Lives Matter that's doing this. These are people that have hijacked what that message was, what that movement was, and now they are absolutely doing everything they can to hand this election to Trump. Because Joe Biden came out earlier this week, tried to say something about this that turned into a bunch of gobbledygook. You couldn't understand what the man was even saying.
I didn't understand it.
So that's where I am with this. But I want to know where you are too, because everybody is trying to make sense.
Well, you and I have been working together 15, 16 years now. I know what's on your mind. I think you know what's on mine. What's happening is you have long-time credible progressives saying, pull the emergency cord now. And what they're saying is that what we're looking at is another Hillary story for different reasons. The idea of the general public ignoring the polls that are tightening up. Right now in swing states, we're going to have David Lamb on the show. He's going to give us the details. But in swing states, things are really tightening up for very specific reasons. And so you've got friends of ours, people we've worked together. Michael Moore used to do Air America with me back in the days. I've got tremendous confidence in him. He's saying, pull the emergency cord right now. And here's what he sees. He's not just him, but this is just as my take, okay? Jump in any time. Yeah. Just as a discussion, this isn't an interview. But there's a pervasive belief among progressives that if we have MSNBC and CNN and Fox News attacking Trump every single day on every single story, that's good. The numbers are showing, no, that's not good. You have progressives believing that if people like Chelsea Handler or Rob Reiner, Rob Reiner, what they call him, Meathead, back when he did a show 40 years ago, All in the Family, Barbara Streisand out on front. These are the people talking for the Democrats. The progressives believe, oh, gee, if we've got celebrities out there, we're going to be okay. You've got the late night show hosts talking. It's not comedy anymore. It's how much can we pile on Trump? I don't mind that, but I'm a realist, and I realize that it ain't working. You've got a hate Trump book coming out every single week. It ain't working. And so we have to rethink all this. This progressive notion of these are the things that are going to work for us. Isn't this exactly what we saw with Hillary in 2016?
It absolutely is. And Joe Biden waiting a week to come out and finally give this address, which he did yesterday, I think Philadelphia, or Monday it was, in Philadelphia, finally addresses this after Trump had been out there every day for a week saying he can keep you safe. He's the only one who can handle this. Where's Joe Biden? Where's Joe Biden? Progressives out there begging somebody on the left to show a little bit of leadership. Biden finally dusts himself off and says, okay, I guess I'm going to say this. But it was nothing. What Biden said was nothing. This is all Trump's fault. Okay, that has a basic misunderstanding built into it about the systemic problems that some of these people have actually faced. Now, again, those aren't the people in the street causing problems. The people in the street causing problems, like you have said so many times, these are the suburb kids.
They're dressed up like Batman. They're showing up. They dress up in black helmets. They think they are. They don't even know what the hell an anarchist is. But they have some time off from college. Hey, let's dress up like Batman, go to the streets, and mixed in there are crazy people that shoot people, that hit people over the head with bricks. Listen, here's the problem. You and I talk about this all the time, and that is, what is the right doing? You know what I did today? Before we came on, I looked at the headlines. Now, this is what is happening. This is why the right is moving. These are the headlines from Breitbart, right-wing news source, Daily Caller. You talk about them all the time, right-wing. All of these, Drudge, in the middle now, I guess. Here's the headlines. They want to show us chaos in the streets, right? This is what middle America, not just right-wingers, are reading every single day. And the progressives are sitting over there scratching their heads saying, oh, my God, why is nobody excited about Biden, but everybody's excited about Trump? Here's the headlines. St. Louis police officer, after being shot in the back by rioters, dies. Portland killer, 100% Antifa. These are the headlines. Kyle Rittenhouse, hunted down like an animal before he was forced to use his rifle. Taxpayer-funded unemployment given to Antifa rioting thugs. Headline. L.A. SWAT team called after shots are fired at the Trump caravan. Headline. 46 people shot in Chicago this weekend, 10 of them dead. Headline. Armed residents standing guard to protect their children, to protect their neighborhood in Kenosha. Headline. AutoZone stabbing suspect says he felt he needed to find a white male to kill. Headline. Kamala Harris, police officers, it's time they face the consequences. Democrat VP. Rand Paul and wife. Headline. Rand Paul and wife believed they were going to be killed by Black Lives Matter and Antifa mob. Headline. Biden blames police for violence and rioting. And progressives go, gee, I don't understand why the polls are moving. This is Nixon land all over, isn't it?
Well, progressives don't say that. We understand. It's the actual Democrats who don't know why it's moving. And see, here's the thing, though. The right-wing media has such a powerful grasp, and they are very well coordinated. I mean, we have had plenty of headlines that have fizzled over the years of, just earlier this year, the QAnon woman that loaded up her car to go kill Joe Biden. Where's that big story? The guy who loaded up his van with guns and explosives to go destroy CNN because they were mean to Trump. There's plenty of things that you can counter all of those with, but there is no coordinated message. And even if there was, the Democrats are so weak at messaging, they couldn't put it together.
They got celebrities and night talk show hosts trying to tell their message,
just making fun of Trump and these people.
Exactly.
That's all they do.
You've got CNN and MSNBC who have gone hysterical. The announcers on those programs are frigging hysterical. And rather than doing the news, they believe this is helping Biden. It's killing Biden.
It is.
And I just don't know what else to say other than the fact that Michael Moore's right. Bill Maher, he said it's the first time he's ever been real concerned. He's right. I'm real concerned, too. People watching this program right now will say, oh, my God, how is Papantonio and Farron saying all these terrible things? Because it's the truth, not because I want Trump elected or you want Trump elected, but the Democrat regime has become so frigging hysterical that we can't even talk about these obvious things. Those headlines that I just read, those are all today's headlines. And it's every single day that middle America is getting these headlines. And to tell you the truth, it's scaring the bejesus out of them.
I have to point out, too, you have Yvette Nicole Brown, who's she was on a show called Community. She's a big Democrat. She actually came out and said, we never had anything like this. We didn't have riots or protests while Obama was president and Biden was vice president. She said that 3 days ago. And everybody pointed out, the progressives did, they said, have you not heard of Ferguson? Yeah. This didn't just evolve under Donald Trump. This isn't a thing that only happened because of Donald Trump. And that's why I bring up there's systemic problems that have to be addressed. And that is what initially the actual people that were protesting peacefully, that is what they wanted. These movements got hijacked, and we see it happen all the time. They either get hijacked by the grifters, the people who think they can make money off it, like the We Build the Wall guy.
Or the celebrities who believe, these forgotten celebrities who want to be heard. Rob Reiner. Who in the hell's Rob Reiner? Meathead back in All in the Family. Barbara Streisand, The Way We Were. That was the last thing I can ever remember she sang. These are the people talking, or I could go on forever. These are people, most people don't even know who the hell they are. Right. And you got middle America reading headlines juxtaposed with that.
Right. At the same time, the economy is collapsing. We're still in the middle of a pandemic. It's not even safe to send our kids back to school. But this has become the thing. Portland, Kenosha, and Chicago, these three cities, and this is now, they've let it get away. The Democrats let it get away from them. They let it become the issue.
Projection. I did the same thing with Hillary Clinton, and I got so much hate mail. I got so many hate comments. I said 4 months before the election, we could see it happening. Hillary was going to lose.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it is Trump 2020, just like Nixon land, it is going to be Trump land. And just like Michael Moore said, everybody's sitting back, fat, dumb, and happy, believing that Biden can babble away in the basement and that everything's going to be okay.
No. Biden's lack of leadership, his inability to come out and actually give a unifying message, a coherent message. It doesn't even matter if it's unifying anymore. Just string words together that make sense.
Pray to God that the Dems figure out that Pelosi and Schumer is not leadership at all. Shut down the riots. Shut down Antifa. Shut down Kenosha, Portland, Seattle, Chicago, and New York. Shut it down now. Maybe we have a chance. What do you think?
If they can pull those things off, then absolutely. We go back to where we were a month ago, talking about Trump already having to pack his stuff. If they can't do that, and I don't think they can,
what's your call?
We're Trump reelected.
Yeah, we're gonna get more hate mail. That's okay. Look, I welcome it. Let's start responding to some of the haters. Okay, Farron Cousins, as usual, right on spot. Thank you for joining me. Okay.
Thank you.